The lady from the church asked me to pray for her husband's soul. I said, "Of course, when did he die?" And she answered, "Tomorrow." No child should die alone. That's why I decided to let my son invite some friends over. Someone started having a coughing fit at my workplace. The problem is that I work alone in a morgue. Never knock on your door from the inside at dawn. The devil can knock on the outside. These macabre stories and others that can't be told on the channel, you'll see in the Cursed ebook. The link is in the comments. Buy it now. When Lisa finally decided to embrace motherhood, she was filled with excitement and trepidation. The path to becoming a parent had always seemed daunting, and the idea of raising a child felt overwhelming. On a whim, while scrolling through the late-night web, she stumbled upon a website offering a motherhood survival guide. The site was old-fashioned and clunky, with a faded design and eerie, dimly lit text that seemed to flicker as if alive. The first rule of the guide was deceptively simple. Read all instructions thoroughly before proceeding. Lisa chuckled. How hard could it be to follow a few guidelines? She clicked on the Rules tab and found a single, unsettling paragraph that advised her to read each rule carefully and to never skip any part, no matter how trivial. She shrugged off the odd warning and continued with her decision to become a mother. The following day, she received a package in the mail. It was a leather-bound book with no title, just a strange symbol embossed on the cover. The package contained no return address, and the book had no author listed. Lisa hesitated for a moment, but was too excited to worry about such trivialities. She opened the book, and a thick layer of dust puffed into the air. Inside, the pages were filled with detailed but bizarre instructions about parenthood that seemed out of place in any conventional manual. Each rule was accompanied by a cryptic illustration. The first rule was simple: always maintain a calm demeanor. The illustration showed a mother standing in a serene garden, while a shadowy figure loomed behind her, almost imperceptibly. Lisa felt a shiver run down her spine, but dismissed it as a poor artistic choice. She moved on, eager to absorb the information. The second rule was more peculiar: never reveal the child's name. The accompanying drawing depicted a mother with a sealed mouth, while an indistinct, spectral child hovered beside her. Lisa frowned. What could be the harm in sharing a name? Nevertheless, she decided to follow the rule, reasoning that it couldn't hurt to adhere to the book's advice. As Lisa read through the rules, each one became more strange and unsettling. Rule 3, for instance, advised her to avoid mirrors when the sun is at its zenith. The illustration was a mother gazing at a mirror with a blank, hollow expression, while her reflection seemed to come alive and reach out of the glass. She had to admit that this was growing increasingly bizarre. Rule 4, however, took the cake. If the child ever asks to play in the dark, always agree. The illustration showed a mother holding a candle, while shadowy figures danced around the child in the dark. Lisa's unease grew, but she tried to rationalize it. Perhaps the book was simply using dramatic imagery to convey its points. Despite the growing discomfort, Lisa continued reading. The final rule, never question the guide, was ominous. The accompanying image was a chaotic swirl of dark clouds and red eyes peering out, as if warning of consequences should the rules be challenged. Lisa was intrigued but apprehensive. What harm could come from questioning a mere book? Months passed, and Lisa's life changed dramatically. Her pregnancy went smoothly, but the day her baby was born marked the beginning of unsettling occurrences. She followed the book's rules with an increasing sense of dread. The baby seemed to know when it was time for the unsettling activities outlined in the book. When Lisa attempted to defy the guide, strange phenomena occurred. Her reflection would behave oddly, and shadows would twist unnaturally. One night the baby asked to play in the dark. With a heavy heart, Lisa agreed, feeling a deep sense of foreboding. The room was plunged into darkness, and Lisa lit a candle as instructed. As she held the candle, the shadows on the walls began to move, forming eerie shapes and whispering unintelligible words. Lisa tried to keep calm, but fear gripped her heart. The rules that once seemed absurd were now clear in their malevolence. The baby's eyes glowed with an unnatural light, and Lisa could feel a sinister presence surrounding her. She remembered the final rule and realized that the guide was not just a manual, but a sinister entity that fed on compliance. The realization was horrifying. She had been manipulated from the start. In her last moments of sanity, Lisa frantically searched for a way to break free from the guide's influence. But it was too late. The shadows engulfed her, and the room fell silent except for the baby's eerie, contented cooes. The book's final rule had sealed her fate, and the shadowy figures from the illustrations emerged, binding her to their dark domain. Lisa's tale serves as a chilling reminder to those who might dismiss strange warnings. Sometimes the rules are not just guidelines, they're chains, and breaking them comes with a price that one might not be willing to pay. As Lisa's story fades into the annals of dark folklore, the guide remains, waiting for the next unwary soul to stumble upon its sinister wisdom. Until next time, thank you.